Hello, hello, hello. It is Monday at 8:30, top of the 8:30 hour. It's your girl Saran, and I am back with more information. Today we're going to talk about the ultimate act of self-love, financial freedom. Why? Because the more money you have, the better you feel, and the more free you will be. A lot of times we just don't know what it means, right? Today, we're going to get started with, of course, our money manifestation, and it is I attract opportunities for wealth and prosperity in my life. I attract opportunities for wealth, for prosperity and wealth in my life. I will add it in the comment section for those of you who like to snag it for yourself. And this week, we are just really going to sit here, just picture it, think about this across the country, in boardrooms, in home offices, in the heart of all the bustling markets and cities, a revolution is unfolded. What is that revolution? Women around the world are stepping into their power. We are reclaiming our dreams. We are solidifying our financial futures. We are taking charge of our money to create the lives that we want and we desire in order to create the lives that we want. Not just with stuff, not just to get things and travel, but to create financial freedom. And I implore you today, as we talk, to think about what financial freedom means to you and define it for yourself. Because I ask people what they think financial freedom is, and every person has a different definition. And so I want you to sit and really think, what does financial freedom mean for you? Does that mean more time with your kids? Does that mean more travel? Does that mean being able to leave your full time job and just work from home? What does financial freedom bring you? Does that mean homeschooling your children? What does it mean? What are the opportunities? Because we don't know, if you don't know what it means to you, you won't have a reason to go after it. You won't have that powerful why. You know, we often hear the stories of the mom who lifts a car to get her child from under it. She couldn't do that if her child wasn't under there. And it's the same thing. Why do you want financial freedom? Right? And what is financial freedom for you? You know, does that mean that you have 1 year income? That does that mean that you can stop working for the rest of your life? Does that mean you have enough money to just take care of the basics, or can you do everything with the money? Because here's the thing: at the end of the day, defining what that self love means for you, what that financial freedom number is for you, is your act of self love. February is known as the month of love. So we're going to be talking about things in the theme of love. How do you show your self love with your finances? How do you do it? And I don't mean just the traditional ways. I know anybody can pop on here and tell me how they spend their money. But what are you doing with your finances to show your future self that you love you enough to plan and move things forward? What are those things? How are you showing yourself financial self love? For me, I know for financial freedom, my biggest thing is I wanted to be able to make sure I didn't have any consumer debt, right? Because business debt and all those things are different, but consumer debt, I didn't want debt that was tied to food, fashion, and fun, right? I mean, because I already ate that food, I already had that fun, and I already wore those clothes, and they don't exist no more. So I didn't want consumer debt, right? And that was important to me. I wanted to be able to have money set aside for a year plus so that anything went awry, I wouldn't be worried about if I missed a paycheck or if I had to leave a job unexpectedly. Right? But that comes through my experience. I mean, 15 years ago, a job left me unexpectedly. And so I wanted to always be prepared for something like that. So my financial freedom is there. I want to be able to go where I want to go when I want to go. So if someone texts me right now and says, "Hey, in 2 weeks we got an opening in our trip to Greece. It's 5 days. You want to go?" I want to be able to say yes or no. What time is the flight? Those are the things to me that mean financial freedom. But for you, you have to say what it is. And if you're watching me live, drop some things in the chat that mean financial freedom to you. Because if you don't know what it means, you won't have the energy and the chutzpah to go after it, right? And that's why I come on here every Monday to give you the mindset to help you to understand why it's important for you to think about it. I consider my financial activities one of the things I do for my self care. People always redefining it, but I make sure my budget is tight. When I have money, I make sure things go where I want them to go first. I don't have a bunch of money just going all over the place without any direction. As you say, I always say my money is employed. My money is working. So the thing is at the end of the day, you have to really decide what that means. It is your act of self-love. Setting up an appointment with a financial professional is an act of self-love. You don't got to get it all together. To all my friends who like to clean their house before the maid comes, you don't got to get all your finances together and clean it up before you see a financial professional. It's ludicrous. You need the help, right? We see it hundreds of times. You see one, your own. So the thing is that you have to become the architect of your financial destiny. You have to attend workshops, webinars, master classes, things like that. Get a coach if you need, with all those things that you need to do. But we have to discover the freedom. I want every person who's watching live or watching the replay to have and discover the freedom that comes with having financial freedom of not worrying about something where when you have a crisis, it doesn't totally knock you out because it's not laid on the fact that you weren't able to pay for something else. And this conversation I'm having is not just about being able to spend, but it's being able to contribute and change the world. How many of you watching really want to change the world? If you had more money, you would change the world because they always say, I've always heard this, oh, money is the root of all evil. But the reality is, it is not the root of all evil. Money is good when it goes to a good person. Money is evil when it goes to an evil person who do evil things. The thing is money in and of itself has zero meaning until you give it meaning, until you spend it in a way that has an impact, negative or positive. You give it too much power in and of itself. It's the person that has the money that is either exhibiting good behavior or bad behavior. And if you want to change the world, sometimes we need money to be a part of the transformation that we're trying to influx into the world. So today and every day, I'm here, I'm talking to you about ways to transform your life. Financial freedom. We talk about this all the time, but you got to have that 6 months of cash income. You got to have a plan for that money. You got to be getting interest on whatever money you have somewhere. And you need to be able to leverage that money, right? And so we call it liquidity, use, and control. Do you have those three things when it comes to your money? Because those are the things that we teach, those are the things that we show you. So we want you to be able to have a bridge between you and where you want to be in the future. So a bridge between you right now, February 5th, 2024, and the new you 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, as you grow. What does that bridge look like? That's a financial plan. So if you have money today and you blow it all on whatever you blow money on, and you don't have it 30 years from now, that's you're going to be looking back at your younger self like, man, why did I do that? And today in 2024, you can probably look back 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and point out your own money mistakes and learn. But have you learned from them or are you still making them is the question. So it's important for us to really, really, really think about that and get a plan. So are you the financial architect of your future? Are you or aren't you? Are you working with someone to help you? If we use the architect example, if you're an architect, if you build things, the architect has an engineer, has support staff, it has laborers, has all the people around them to help them to do what they do, to make the design. They make the design, they set the vision, but they have a team of people helping them to get that building or whatever they're trying to construct into fruition. And that's what you need with your finances. You are the architect of your financial future, but you need people around you to help you to bring that vision to fruition. So I hope you're getting around good people and you're listening to good people. Now, please, I make TikTok videos like the next one, but don't take your advice from a 3 minute video. Be sure to meet with someone, have them do a review of your finances, Look at what you're doing, because a lot of times we just look at this 30-second video, 3-minute video. A person said, "Oh, it's a good time to buy these," and now you're online trying to buy these. You don't even know what these are. This financial tool is. And I always laugh because I have a good friend. I won't say her name. She called me one time. She said, "Hey, I'm trying to get into this iBond website to buy blah 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 blah." I said, "What are you talking about? It's the last day." I said, "Okay." I said, "But why are you trying to do it on the last day?" She said, "I just saw a TikTok video and it said to do blah blah blah." I said, "Send me the video." I watched the video. I said, "Okay." I said, "That sounds good." I said, "So you're making a huge financial decision right now from this 1-minute video to try to get what she said done now with absolutely no other information? And you're talking about thousands of dollars, but when someone spends an hour with you to give you advice to do something, it's a no. But you looked at this 3-minute video of someone who you may never see, and now you're doing making this transaction. I just laugh and I chuckle every time I see it. I be like, "You gonna call me with some more transactions you trying to make right now?" Now I did not help her because that's just not how I consult. um, it was just kind of like, "Yeah, I can't consult with you like this in a frenzy, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to make decisions that way." But the thing is, I say that to say, and I love her, and she knows I do. But the thing is that you have to be intentional and well thought out and well planned. If you know, hi aunt, she's the procure. I procured the earrings from her this weekend. Hi aunt, she's in the chat. Now, if you know that you have a bonus coming this year, and those of you who know you're getting a tax refund, plan for the tax refund. You want to spend a little, you want to put some towards emergency, you want to think about what are some other short-term plans and long-term plans. But don't wait till you get the money to make a decision, because money that comes to you without a plan, it seems to disappear. And I know you've experienced it. You're like, "Oh, I got a raise," and you don't know where that raise went. You're like, because you didn't tell that raise or tell that money what to do. Money is waiting for you to speak to it and give it direction, have it set up to go somewhere. You want to think about that. If you're getting it, now's a good time to start looking at, where your risk factors lie. I see someone in chat saying they're planning with your salary. You have a salary increase. You want before that salary increase hits, you want to direct it where you want it to go. You want to know, okay, well, I'm getting a salary increase. Well, I'm going to have this go to an additional a Roth retirement, or oh, I want to see what you call me and we can find some plans for you to do, or you want to put that aside for a new house, or if you have some big work coming. But don't leave your money without a plan. Or if you just want to set it aside for the long term. I mean, I know people who their only plan if they get a refund is they just pay their credit cards every year. It works, but you could be doing bigger things with it. But we only do what we have access to. So the big thing is to really think about it. Financial freedom is not just the numbers. It is you showing yourself the ultimate act of self-love. It is you showing yourself that, you know what, I don't want to be dependent on anyone to take care of me. I don't want to be dependent on the government. I don't want to be waiting for a handout to do anything. I want to just make this happen, and I want to do it intentionally. And it doesn't mean that you may be able to do that instantly, because everyone's at a different level. You may be at a tight income. You may be at a point where maybe your budget is negative, or you may be at a point where you have a huge surplus in your budget. And so the strategy will be different. For those who maybe we don't have enough, we may need to be looking at different income streams or finding ways to bring in additional money. For those who have access, we need to be putting our money in enough buckets so it can grow above the rate of inflation. So month is all about financial self love. So make sure you tune in and join me again next Monday at 8:30, and I'll be here. And just for those of you who are faithful and you're here, I want you to know I'm interviewing some amazing guests. Amazing. I'm going to be dropping the first video this Friday. I was going to do it Wednesday, but I had to move it to Friday. I'm going to be dropping some videos this week of my interviews with some powerhouse women who have worked in different areas to build themselves, to change their finances, to motivate others, and to help people get unstuck. And so I hope that you'll join me. It's only going to be aired on YouTube. So you'll have to go to the YouTube channel, hit like and subscribe. Just type Saran Baker, and you'll be able to get that content when it drops. And I want, because the thing is I'm finding these people that I'm working with, because as a financial professional, it is not my area. I connect with other people who have it, and they give it to me, and so I use them for my architecture team. And then I'm gonna give you access to some of the people who are in my circle, who are in my financial architecture team, to help me do different things. So that is a bonus that you get for being a part of the Saran Baker Life. And you can also join me by going to joinsaran.com. You can join our private group where we talk about finances all the time. So, again, your weekly manifestation this week is: I attract opportunities for wealth and prosperity in my life. And you want to make sure that you say that to yourself this week. That's my gift to you, a manifestation. I'm all about manifestations. I write 10. This today I started writing 10 new affirmations every day so that I can continue to build and grow. And you know what? You got to be intentional about it. I literally leave my book open, so I know this is the first thing I do is write down 10 things that day so that I can build up me, because that's one of my self-love behaviors. So I'm your girl Saran. Peace, love, and light. Let's get your money right.